Have you ever stopped and wondered what? What if you've already met your soulmate, but didn't recognize them? Many people search for the one, believing love happens by chance, luck, or fate. But in reality, Allah is always in control. Your soulmate isn't someone you randomly meet. They aren't chosen by society or luck. They are chosen by Allah. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Souls are like soldiers grouped in ranks. Those who knew each other before will naturally be drawn together." Muslim. This means that meeting your soulmate isn't random. It's already written. But the way Allah brings them into your life might not be what you expect. Let's uncover 6 ways Allah introduces you to your soulmate without you even realizing it. 1. Through a delayed blessing that protects you. Waiting for something you deeply desire can feel frustrating, especially when you see others around you moving forward in their lives. You might wonder why things seem to be working out for them while you are still waiting. You may even ask yourself if something is wrong with you, or if you are being left behind. But the truth is, when Allah delays something, it is never without wisdom. Every delay in life is actually a form of protection, even if we don't immediately understand it. Many people rush into relationships out of fear, the fear of being alone, fear of missing their chance, or fear that life is passing them by. But rushing into the wrong relationship is far worse than waiting for the right one. If Allah has kept you single for now, it might be because He is protecting you from something that could have harmed you. It could be a relationship that would have caused you pain, a person who wasn't meant for you, or a situation that would have made your life difficult. Allah sees what you cannot see. What may seem like a delay to you is actually a shield guarding you from something that was never meant to be a part of your life. When Allah holds something back, He does so for a reason. Sometimes He is teaching you patience. Sometimes He is giving you time to grow into the person you are meant to be. Maybe there are things you still need to heal from, lessons you still need to learn, or qualities you still need to develop before you are ready for the person Allah has written for you. A relationship requires not just love, but wisdom, patience, and emotional strength. If Allah is delaying your marriage, perhaps He is shaping you into the kind of person who will not only find a righteous spouse, but also be the right spouse for someone else. It's also possible that the person meant for you is also being prepared. Maybe Allah is guiding them through their own struggles and growth, just as He is guiding you through yours. Just because you haven't met them yet doesn't mean they aren't on their way. Sometimes Allah doesn't give you what you want immediately, because He is waiting for the perfect time, when both of you are truly ready for each other. Allah reminds us in the Quran that what we desire is not always good for us, and what we dislike may actually be what we need. This is where trust in His plan becomes essential. Rather than feeling frustrated over what hasn't happened yet, shift your perspective. Instead of asking, "Why am I still single?" start asking, "How is Allah preparing me? What qualities can I develop in myself? What aspects of my faith can I strengthen? How can I use this time to become the best version of myself?" A delay is not a denial. It is Allah's way of saying, "Not yet, because I have something better planned for you when the time is right, when you are truly ready, and when it is best for your future. Allah will introduce you to the person meant for you in a way that will make perfect sense. Until then, trust in His timing, make dua, and focus on becoming the kind of person who will be a blessing to your future spouse. 2. Through an unexpected connection that feels meant to be. Life is full of moments that feel like pure chance, running into someone at an unexpected place, meeting a stranger who says something that sticks with you, or feeling an unexplainable connection with someone you barely know. You might think, that was such a strange coincidence, but in reality, there are no coincidences. Every meeting, every encounter, and every person who enters your life does so by Allah's perfect design. Many people believe that love happens randomly, that two people just happen to find each other by accident. But the truth is, nothing in this world is accidental. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Nothing happens except by the will of Allah." Sahih Muslim. This means that even the smallest encounters, the briefest conversations, and the most unexpected meetings are all a part of Allah's greater plan. What seems random to us is actually written in our destiny long before we were born. Think about it. Perhaps you met someone years ago, but didn't think much of it at the time, only for them to reappear in your life later in a way that makes sense. Or maybe you had a conversation with someone who made you think about things differently, leaving a mark on your heart. These moments may seem small, but they could be part of a bigger picture that Allah is unfolding for you. Allah says in the Quran, "And we created you in pairs." Surah An-Naba 78:8. This means that your soulmate is already written for you. The journey of meeting them is not something that happens by luck. It happens exactly as Allah wills. Sometimes He introduces you to them in a way that is so natural, so ordinary, that you don't even realize it at first. Other times, He may place them in your path over and over again until you start to recognize that there's something special about this connection. But here's the challenge. Many people miss the signs. When they meet the person Allah has chosen for them, they overthink, hesitate, or dismiss it as nothing significant. Instead of trusting Allah's timing, they wait for something dramatic to happen, expecting love to arrive in a way that is larger than life. Yet the most beautiful connections often begin quietly, in ways that feel effortless and pure. The real question isn't whether your soulmate exists, because they do. The real question is, when they appear, will you recognize the sign? Will you be aware enough to see that this was always part of Allah's plan for you? Or will you ignore what is right in front of you, searching for something that was never meant to be yours? If you've ever felt an unexplainable connection with someone, don't ignore it. Perhaps Allah placed them in your path for a reason. Perhaps it's the beginning of something written in your destiny long ago, and when the time is right, everything will fall into place, just as Allah has planned. 3. Through a halal path, not a haram one. Love is one of the most beautiful gifts that Allah has created. But in today's world, many people have misunderstood how to find it. Society teaches that love must be tested before commitment, that you need to date, flirt, or experience relationships before deciding who is right for you. This mindset leads many into haram relationships, thinking that love comes from personal experience rather than divine guidance. But the truth is, haram relationships don't bring soulmates. They bring heartbreak. They leave people emotionally wounded, disconnected from their faith, and searching for something that cannot be found through disobedience to Allah. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ gave us a powerful warning when a man and woman are alone together. Shay'an is the third tiradi. This means that whenever two people engage in a relationship outside of the boundaries set by Allah, they expose themselves to temptation and sin. What may start as an innocent conversation can quickly turn into emotional attachment, leading to actions that bring regret rather than true happiness. Allah tells us clearly in the Quran, "And do not approach unlawful sexual intercourse. Indeed, it is ever an immorality and is evil as a way." Surah Al-Isra 17:32. Notice that Allah does not just forbid zina. He warns us not even to come close to it. This means avoiding situations, conversations, and relationships that lead toward it. Many people ignore this warning, thinking that casual relationships and talking stages are harmless, but they often end in pain, broken trust, and a weakened connection with Allah. True love is built on purity, sincerity, and trust in Allah. When Allah introduces your soulmate, it will not be through secret conversations, hidden texts, or haram attachments. It will come in a way that protects your dignity, strengthens your faith, and brings peace to your heart. The right person will not require you to compromise your values or go against what Allah has commanded. Instead, they will encourage you to stay firm in your faith, helping you become the best version of yourself. You may meet your soulmate through family, friends, work, or even an unexpected introduction. The path will be halal, honorable, and free from guilt. It will not feel rushed, forced, or uncertain. Instead, it will feel right, peaceful, and blessed. One of the biggest signs that your relationship is pleasing to Allah is that it brings you closer to Him, not further away. A relationship that requires secrecy, guilt, or disobedience to Allah will never lead to lasting happiness, but a relationship that is built with sincerity, respect, and a pure intention will be blessed in this life and the next. If you ever feel tempted to look for love in the wrong places, remind yourself that true love is not built in secret. It is built with sincerity and trust in Allah's plan. The love that is meant for you will come in the right way, at the right time, with the right person, without ever needing to disobey Allah to get there. 4. Through removing the wrong people from your life. Losing someone you cared about, whether a friend, a relationship, or even someone you once thought was your soulmate, can be one of the most painful experiences in life. You may have prayed for them to stay, convinced yourself that they were meant for you, or struggled to understand why things didn't work out. But later, as time passes, you begin to see things differently. You realize that what felt like a loss was actually a blessing. Sometimes, Allah doesn't bring the right person into your life immediately. He removes the wrong ones first. When a person is not meant for you, no matter how much you try to hold on, things will eventually fall apart. Not because you are unlucky, not because you are unworthy, but because Allah is protecting you from something that isn't meant for your future. The Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "You will never leave something for the sake of Allah except that He replaces it with something better." Think about that for a moment. If you walked away from something haram, painful, or unhealthy for the sake of Allah, He promises to give you something far better in return. Maybe you left a relationship that was built on attachment rather than true love. Maybe a friendship ended because it was leading you away from Allah instead of toward Him. Maybe someone hurt you, betrayed you, or changed in ways you never expected. But what if that heartbreak was actually a blessing? What if Allah removed that person so they wouldn't block the one who is truly meant for you? What if He was making space for someone better, someone who will love you in a way that is pure, sincere, and aligned with your faith? Allah tells us in the Quran, "It may be that you dislike a thing while it is good for you, and it may be that you love a thing while it is bad for you. Allah knows, and you do not know. Surah Al-Baqarah 2:216. This is a powerful reminder that our understanding is limited, but Allah's wisdom is infinite. We see the moment, but Allah sees the future. What you thought was love may not have been real love. What you thought was right for you may have been filled with hidden harm. So the next time someone exits your life, rather than asking, "Why did this happen?" try saying, "Ya Allah, I trust your plan." Because Allah never takes something away except to give you something better, whether that's a better person, a better understanding, or a better version of yourself. When someone exits your life, trust that it's part of Allah's plan. He sees what you cannot, and when the right person comes, you'll realize why everyone else had to leave. 5. Through personal growth and transformation. Many people believe that finding the right person is just a matter of timing. One day, when the time is right, their soulmate will magically appear. But the truth is, it's not just about when you meet them. It's also about who you are when you meet them. Allah doesn't just pair people randomly. He brings them together in a way that aligns with their growth, their faith, and their character. Allah says in the Quran, "A righteous woman is for a righteous man, and a righteous man is for a righteous woman." Surah An-Nur 24:26. This means that the person you are looking for, the one who is kind, patient, loving, and faithful, is also looking for someone with those same qualities. But are you that person yet? Maybe the reason you haven't met them yet is that Allah wants you to hear first. Maybe there are wounds from your past that still need to close, lessons that need to be learned, and habits that need to be improved. Maybe there are aspects of your faith that need strengthening before you can handle the responsibility of a marriage built on sincerity and trust. If you want a spouse who is kind, patient, and trustworthy, then work on becoming kind, patient, and trustworthy yourself. If you want someone who is close to Allah, strengthen your own connection with Him. If you want a partner who understands love, commitment, and sacrifice, then develop those qualities within yourself, because the reality is, you attract what you are. Allah reminds us in the Quran, "Indeed, Allah does not change the condition of a people until they change what is within themselves." Surah Ar-Ra'd 13:11, interpretative reference. This means that before we ask, "Where is the right person for me?" we should ask, "Am I becoming the right person for them?" Instead of focusing on when you will meet them, focus on preparing yourself so that when Allah does bring them into your life, you are truly ready. Personal growth is not just about achieving success or looking good for someone else. It's about becoming the kind of person who can build a strong, lasting, and faith-filled marriage. Because in the end, a beautiful relationship isn't about finding someone perfect. It's about finding someone whose growth aligns with yours, whose faith strengthens yours, and whose presence brings you closer to Allah. The waiting period isn't a waste of time. It's a time of preparation, transformation, and self-discovery. Because when the time is right, and when you have grown into the person you are meant to be, Allah will introduce you to the one who was always meant for you. 6. Through dua that opens doors you never expected. Many people spend their time searching for the right person in all the wrong places. They look for signs, seek advice, and even feel lost when they don't find what they're looking for. But in the process, they often forget the most powerful tool they have, dua. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, "Dua is worship." This means that making dua isn't just a way to ask for something. It's an act of faith, a way of showing Allah that you trust Him with your heart's deepest desires. Instead of relying on luck, timing, or personal efforts alone, the first step should always be to turn to the one who controls everything. Allah already knows who is written for you long before you even begin your searching. He knows the exact moment you will meet them, the circumstances that will bring you together, and the journey you will take to reach that point. But He also wants you to ask. He wants you to trust Him, to call upon Him, and to believe that He is preparing something better than you could ever plan for yourself. Allah promises in the Quran, "Call upon me, and I will respond to you." Surah Ghafir 40:60. But here's the beautiful secret about dua. It does so much more than just bring you closer to your soulmate. It brings you closer to Allah. When you make dua sincerely, you strengthen your relationship with Him, putting your faith in His perfect plan. It prepares your heart before you receive the blessing. Allah makes sure you are ready for it. Sometimes this means learning patience, growing in wisdom, or healing from past wounds. It doesn't just change your destiny, it changes you. Through dua, you become someone who relies on Allah, whose trust in Him deepens, and who finds peace in knowing that whatever happens is for the best. Many people feel frustrated when their duas don't seem to be answered immediately. But unanswered dua doesn't mean ignored dua. Sometimes Allah delays answering because He is waiting for the perfect moment. Other times, He is guiding your heart toward the right choice. And sometimes, He is protecting you from settling for less than what's truly meant for you. If you're searching for the right person, don't search blindly. Ask Allah to guide you. Make this powerful dua. Ya Allah, if they are good for me in this life and in my hereafter, bring them closer to me. And if they are not, remove them from my path and bless me with what is better. When you make this dua with sincerity, trust that Allah will respond in the best way. He may bring the right person into your life sooner than expected. He may make you wait until the right time. Or He may redirect you toward something even better. Whatever happens, know that your dua has been heard and that Allah's plan is always greater than your expectations. Your soulmate was written for you long before you were born. Allah already knows who they are, where they are, and when your paths will cross. But the journey to meeting them isn't always simple. It's not just about waiting, it's about trusting, growing, and allowing Allah's plan to unfold in the best way possible. Sometimes, Allah makes you wait not to test your patience, but to prepare you for something better. Sometimes He removes the wrong people, so that you don't settle for less than what He has destined for you. Sometimes, He transforms your heart, shaping you into the person who is ready for the love He has planned for you. But the biggest mistake is looking for love in the wrong places. Searching for love in ways that go against Allah's guidance will never bring true peace. A relationship that starts in secret, in guilt, or in disobedience will never have the same barakah as one that begins with purity, sincerity, and faith. True love only comes when you trust Allah's process. It happens in a way that is halal, honorable, and filled with blessings. It strengthens your faith rather than pulling you away from it. And when it happens, it will feel right. Not rushed, not forced, but beautifully timed by Allah. If this message touched your heart, comment, Ya Allah, bless me with the best spouse at the best time. Let your words be a sincere dua, and trust that Allah is already working on your love story in the most perfect way. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because spreading this message might be the reminder that someone else needs today. May Allah bless you with a love that brings peace in this life and eternal happiness in the next.